Masters and Martyrs. The recap from last episode is our party was able to retrieve the power source from the crash site, the living metal from Cleonia, and L the Illusionist actually agreed to give up this material in exchange to have the other members, Boulder and Detective Spade, actually help him retrieve another object, as material is highly valuable, and they will be able to sell it or do something with it that will be worth this investment in their time with L. And so we're going to pick up here where the party has now agreed to help L.
Alrighty, guys. Are you ready for the adventure of a lifetime?
Yeah, I guess so.
So, speaking of which, what are you guys going to do with that stuff? The living metal?
I
think we have to go
sell
back.
it? Yeah, probably.
How much was this guy paying for it anyway?
100 platinum.
Per?
For that much? You do realize that's like...
Bad price.
Oh, I mean, okay. Look, coming from me, I've seen this a couple times. I've been a lot of places, alright? I travel a lot. And I've heard that this stuff is pretty stinking rare. And that price is completely unfair. Completely unfair. In fact, it's so ridiculous, I could laugh right now. I could laugh. Because, look, you can turn that into pretty much anything, and a lot of people would pay a lot of really good money for that.
Well,
Okay?
where you are leading us, would we get paid more for something like this?
Okay, so we'd have to travel through... Well, we do have to go to Messagoria first. So, the likelihood of us finding somebody there, I don't actually know anybody in particular, but the likelihood of us finding somebody there that would actually offer a good price, pretty high, I'd say.
Well, then I think we should head over to Messagoria.
It's up to you guys,
I think we still should talk to the guild master, just so he knows that we didn't find anything.
Say it was
That's
already
not a bad
looted
plan,
before
not a
we
bad
got
plan.
there. That's fair.
I just don't want to get any trouble with the government.
Yeah, if they just saw us leave and they didn't get
Wait, you
their
guys working
item.
for the government? And they're paying you that much? Are you sure?
Well,
That's what it seemed
the
like.
guild.
Oh, well, who cares about the guild? They don't know anything. They're just pawns.
Well, it was supposed to be used for a major power source, so I'm sure the government is involved.
Nah.
Well, I'll leave it up to you. I'm okay with either.
I think we should still go back.
By all means, I've got time.
Alright, so heading back to the ship then? Alright, heading back, you see the captain. He gives like Boulder a funny look. What happened to your mustache?
It's right here.
Okay. All aboard, I guess?
Yeah, we're going back to where we came from.
Welcome, Captain. I'm new here. Just get on the ship right away.
Oh. I could have sworn I saw him in, like, here, Gus. When did you get here?
I've been here the whole time, actually.
He followed us on the ship.
Yep.
And no one saw him?
I'm just that good. Look, what can I say? All right. I like to play games. All right. Yeah. Anyway, move on. It's fine.
Alright. Everyone, get aboard. Alright, for sake of time, it takes, like, going downstream also is much quicker. So, you get back to Urgus in no time.
Cool.
Seemingly, at least. The current carries you very quickly. Getting in there, you have to go back and check back in the boat. You registered out, so you see the serpentine figure there again. I see you're done with your boat ride.
That would be correct.
All right, sign here, please.
All right.
It's a
Seems like a little messy
pleasure
boy.
doing business with you.
What does that actually say?
It says boulder.
Looks
You
like a
read it.
boulder, I guess.
That was my goal.
Yeah, it just
Okay,
looks like
alright.
a little rock. Like, Alright, heading back through. As you're no longer being stealthy, you see like a couple people come up to you and like that trick you did earlier, it was so cool. Can you do it again? Can you do it again, please?
Oh, please. No, I couldn't. I'm actually off
Please,
today.
please,
no.
please. I have a goal right here.
Oh, I mean, maybe just a couple. Okay, so I kind of like go off and I'm just doing some like card tricks in the air and a couple different things.
Wow, you see like a couple people like toss like a gold and like
Oh,
someone tossed the
please,
silver
please.
and like and stuff. He's drawing a little bit of a crowd right there. Are you guys heading right to the guild office then?
Before I do so, I just look at him and I'm like, here, why don't you hold on to this while we go inside, just
enough,
in
fair
case.
Did you hand them the material?
I have the material.
Okay. Yeah, as it, like you grab it and you kind of put it into your coat, it just like slides into your pocket and starts to take the shape of it. Very, very weird, almost like.
Should get like a container for it because that's kind of disturbing.
Yeah, we should.
But it's holding together. It's
I
not
thought
like
we did have a container for it.
no. It's just you just
No,
grabbed it.
We got it out of the container.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what
It was in a
grabbed
capsule thing, but you just grabbed it out.
This is really uncomfortable.
Yeah. So, like, but it doesn't feel like it's leaking at the same time.
Yeah.
Like it stays to itself well, but it does take the shape of pretty much anything it's holding it. So
Okay.
it used to be more of a sphere. It's slowly changing, and as soon as you put it in your pocket, it just now it's the shape of your pocket. So
Do we have any empty bottles or something? Just stick it in that.
that's a good question. Do we?
I don't know.
All right. Walking up to the guild, you see like the same kind of more basic, lesser condoti outside, kind of checking some people in. Next.
We just got back from recent assignment.
Names?
Boulder.
And Spade.
Ah, I see. The assignment to the crash site. You here for scoring them?
Yeah.
That'd be correct.
Alright. Hey, we need scoring. He's coming. And then out comes the bigger, greater Kendoti, the dragon-like features, as he coming. Good to see you back in one piece. What do you have to report?
We have some bad news.
I'm not a
The
fan of bad news.
the living metal, as you called it, was not there.
Was there anything of value in the ship?
Everything was already broken into.
Make a deception check.
A 5.
He did not roll a 5 or less. Save me. I don't think you're being entirely honest with me, boy.
Well, if you want, we could take you back to the crash ship. You can't really get in it, though. There's sort of a door that prevents one from getting in.
If you believe that you can find a better price for that material elsewhere, I am willing to triple the payment to each of you.
I'd love to give you whatever you are looking for, but we don't have it.
Make a deception check.
Oh, baby.
19.
Yeah, baby.
That's actually true. We don't have it.
All right. Well, so long then. You can keep the advance for your troubles.
I have one question, though. What does that do, and why is it so valuable to you?
I, to be perfectly honest, am not all the way sure of what it does. It has many, many sides to it. I know it can be fashioned into weapons. I know it can be fashioned into gear. I know it can be fashioned as a power source, which is what is believed to be used on the ship. As far as I know, it's kind of a material that can do almost anything you want it to do. And because of that near unlimited potential, its value is high for even a small amount of it. And depending on the size of it, well, it can be worth like a decade's worth of wages, if not more.
Well, if you ever go back to the crash site and do any more looking into it, I'd be careful. There were creatures of the shadows that fell upon us, and they were definitely tough adversaries.
Understood.
Okay, folks, that's enough for today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I'm just like scraping in the couple of coins I got and shoved them in my money pouch. Hey guys, you guys done yet? Come on.
Well, we're done here. Thank you for the business.
It was my pleasure. Wish we could have found more.
Yeah.
Made it good.
I soon start
Go
walking
from
out.
that.
Yeah.
Feeling like a good day.
You see him just kind of like, just kind of slowly, just like, he was sat there almost for like a minute, just kind of looking down, and then he just slowly kind of got up and walked away. Like he was contemplating. Alright, what are you guys up to now? You might want to tell them where you need them to go.
Alright guys, listen. So, come over here. Okay, so, what we need to do is we need to travel up that river and get to Messagoria. That's where we're gonna be doing our little investigation to see where and who wants this kind of thing, you know? Once we're done with that, we're gonna be taking a little detour, but we'll talk about that later. Let's first just focus on getting to Messagoria. That's step one.
Do you want to go back to the same captain and boat guy? Or
Probably would be the fastest way.
or do we not mind taking a bit of a detour and going by land?
Do I know a faster way? Because I presumably...
The fastest way to Messagoria is by the river.
Is around the river.
Yeah.
I would agree. The river is the fastest course of action.
Let's get a fast ship. We don't want to be holding on to this type of precious cargo for long. This stuff is...
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Good stuff.
I'd like that back.
Oh. It's a weird shape now. I'm just warning you.
That's alright.
It's just like this weird deformed...
Yeah, it's
like,
kind of like a rectangle with some weird shapes at the end and stuff. It's very pocket shaped.
I just put it back in my pocket.
Yeah, as it goes in your pocket, it fits the shape, and you kind of feel it like kind of almost melt into it until it settles.
yeah, anyway, let's go.
Traveling back to the shipyard, you see again the same serpentine-like form of the guy, as it's not too late in the day, so clearly the shift has not changed yet, as he sits there, kind of looks like he's jotting down something, and looks up. Ah, so nice to see a friendly face.
Hi. How's it going?
It is going wonderfully. What do you have need of now?
We would like to take a ship up to Messagoria. We only need to go up one way, though.
A one-way trip to Messagoria.
Yeah, we'll be there for a little while, so we wouldn't want the captain waiting.
Understood.
Also, we need a faster boat.
A fast boat. How fast are we talking?
Quite.
The fastest we have?
How expensive is it?
If it's a good price. Yeah.
Well, for only any cargo,
Besides us, no. No, not at all.
only 3 passengers, or you'd only need a smaller boat. And the fastest of the smaller boats It would again be a similar price, but it wouldn't be a round trip. It would just be one way, 2 platinum for the fastest ship we have.
All right. I take it out.
Falls on you guys.
Yeah, I take out the 2 platinum and hand it to him.
Hey, I'm broke. So.
You just got another couple gold.
Yeah. I'm up to 5.
All right. So, we will be getting you a captain of this ship. Out comes he is also a greater Kendoti, so very dragon features. And you see his scales, though, where a lot of them, they have a greenish hue to their scale. This one, it's like a blue, very blue scales. Very uncommon for these Kendoti. And he kind of walks up to you and, alright, you guys are an interesting group, aren't you?
Oh, the most interesting, yes.
Especially you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yikes. Alright, well, good thing my boat's not too small. Alright, follow me. Leading you on this boat. It's a similar size to the one you went on before, but you can see the construction of this is much more aerodynamic. It kind of has even taller sails, actually, and more of them, and like an unusual amount of sails for this small boat, and it's just able to catch the wind very quickly. And you actually see certain writing all around the boat as well, in a language that's not common to you, but you would know this language, and it's a language that you don't know what it means, but you see it a lot of times in inscripted items. They usually use this kind of language to give them certain abilities. So you see this written all around the boat. Come aboard, come aboard.
Thank you.
One-way trip to Messagoria. Here we go. As you see, he puts on these gloves that also have markings on them, and then putting his hands on the helm of the ship, you see the entire ship glow as it just shoves off from the coast. Like it glides into the water like nothing you felt before. Actually, kind of makes all of you a little woozy for the first time. It's like, oh, okay. As it kind of tips back and forth, and then you see the sails unfurl, and then just like the ship takes off down the stream. As you ordered the fastest ship, and you didn't realize quite when you were getting here. You, however, though, you're like unaffected by all this, as you've been on ships like this before. They're actually quite common to have enhanced ships in Messagoria and the surrounding areas. These are definitely more expensive, usually to ride or to manufacture, but they are known, and they are the fastest way of travel on rivers. Going upstream, it's almost like you were going downstream, if not faster. It's just the current is not affecting this boat at all. It's like it glides on just the surface of the water in a way that you've never, almost like it's skipping like a rock. And as you, yes, it's a little bit of a bumpy ride. If you're not used to it, it is definitely disorienting a bit. But you kind of get used to it after a while. It doesn't take too long. It doesn't take much time before you're going there, and you're going there, and then all of a sudden you start to see something in the distance. You would recognize this. You would recognize this to be the city of Messagoria.
Left out.
Oh my goodness, we're here already.
And
That was a
seeing
pretty
this
fast
city,
trip.
some of the first things you notice about it, especially you, Boulder, seeing it for the first time, you see these central spires that just peak above the rest of the town. And this town, this city, is built in layers. It's like there's like a lower layer with housing, and then like an upper layer, like the housing built above it, and like the city itself keeps building upwards, and then there's these like 4 or 5 spires that peek out through the top, reaching up higher into the clouds. You would know this as they are the towers of the Genesis Academy, the largest school that studies the source energy of the world. They are renowned for their mastery of linguistics, primordial, and soul energy. They have different factions that study each of the different source energies.
Wow, sounds like a fancy place.
If you want to study these things, this is the best place in the nation, probably even in the world, to study them.
Whew, isn't that a sight? Oh, baby. Are you guys ready for this? You guys ready for this? It's gonna be insane. We're gonna meet some crazy people.
All right.
And as the ship gets closer, you see him kind of release one hand as all the lights of the ship start to dim, and it comes, and you feel it compress back into the water more as the wave kind of crashes as it starts pulling. The sails start curling back up as it comes to a controlled and elegant stop. You can just tell the mastery this captain has over this boat is incredible, as he's able to slow it to a calm and gentle stop right at the dock of Messagoria, and he lowers the ramp.
Oh, that was quite the
Pleasant
ride.
journey.
Oh, thank you so much. We'll be.
It's quite efficient.
Did you just puke in your mask?
Nope.
Looks
I
uncomfortable.
held it in. Get me off this thing. And I kind of like stumble out of the boat.
Actually, why don't you just make a roll for me?
Okay. That's a 2.
Okay, you fall into the water as you're going off the ramp. Luckily for you, Boulder, you can just basically step onto the dock. You don't even have to use the ramp much, so...
That, and I don't get too seasick.
Is there somewhere I can climb up, or what's happening? I'm just
you
floundering.
could probably reach up to the dock, but, I mean, also...
Yeah, I reach down and stuff, and...
Yeah, it takes no effort if you just lift him up.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not how I wanted my day to go. Okay, let's go.
So, where are we going in this place? Do we have any leads or anything to go on? Other than that your family property got stolen?
No, and that's not even why we're here. So,
Oh.
yeah, we're here to sell your guys' item.
Oh.
So, let's go.
Where?
So, I just start walking, just towards, like, some of, like, the central squares of the town, seemingly with no exact purpose.
And I follow.
Where exactly are you taking us?
I don't exactly know where to go, but I've been around, I've talked to people before, I'm sure I can do the same thing again and figure out and deduce where we should go. That's my plan. What about your guys' plan?
I live here.
Oh, well.
So, where should we sell this?
I've never procured an object of this kind. I wouldn't know
Okay,
where
look.
to start.
I assume that somebody in the academy would find this item to be extremely, extremely precious, because if anybody in this area is going to know how to use it, it's probably somebody in there. However, I have heard talk on the street back in the day. I don't know if this guy still exists, but apparently there are rumors that somebody in the higher up-ish takes side jobs, which is technically illegal inside of the academy. They don't allow that, but apparently he is quiet enough about it where he doesn't get caught. So if we can find this person and talk to him, he very well may accept this type of item.
And what would be this person's name?
I have no idea. So we're gonna have to find that out.
So are you heading to the Genesis Academy first?
Yeah, I guess. I think we were gonna go. I was gonna go to like kind of like the main square, see if I could like procure any information, but also heading towards the academy, generally speaking.
All right. Going into the square, I mean, it's like many other town marketplaces, and there's a lot of buying and selling going on. It's still early enough in the day where people are out. It's getting later. It's getting more towards like the end of the workday, and in fact, that's actually causing even a bigger rush in some areas. As these people are coming to and from work, potentially, or anything like that, you would know a quick way to get to the Genesis Academy, as it's not that far from the church. In fact, the church is technically on the grounds of the academy, and they are both in pretty much the center of the entire city.
Okay. So, I actually have a potential source of information. I don't know if this guy actually knows anything, but he is kind of an underground information broker kind of thing. But I don't have any money, so I'm gonna go have to make some real quick. I'll be right back. So I like go out into like just a part of the city square, and I find a nice little crate to stand on, and I... Come all! I have some amazing wares to sell you. I am a merchant from a distant land, heralding, and I just like pull out like all of these like different like ornate pieces of jewelry and all this stuff. Like, behold, look at all of these amazing items. These are for an exclusive auction sale because we had an overflow of items. So, here it is.
3 gold for the necklace.
Oh, no. This necklace here actually is extremely valuable. It comes from a distant land in Bruisemia, actually. It was dug up. Apparently came from a archaeological site from 400 years ago. Now, what do you think about this? And I just start trying to sell off all my items.
3 platinum.
Sold! Okay, yes! There you go! Yep. Okay, alright, we
Why
got
don't you
this
make a
next thing.
persuasion check, too, to see how believable you are.
I also have advantage. 13.
Alright, you see a lot of people are buying this.
Let's go.
As they're definitely... There's some people who walk away immediately. They're just kind of like, nah, like this guy's a fraud or something. But there's a lot of people who are swayed by your dramatization of these items. And they pay a pretty penny for it. In total, you made 12 platinum.
Let's go. Okay, guys. I got a pretty penny here. So, now let's go see this guy. And I walk down one of the alleyways, which seemingly leads to nowhere. And then at the end of the alleyway, I take another left, down another alleyway, and then I take a right to that alleyway, and then I stand against a wall. Okay, let's see if I remember this from the last time. It's been a while, okay? It's like, I do like a series of like knocking on like different types of bricks.
You get a response.
Yes, okay. What's the next one? Yes! Please! Yes! I'm so good at this, guys. You have no idea.
Someone looking in, you see a very, very dark-scaled reptilian a humanoid. As he kind of looks around. What's your business?
We're here to speak with Armin, and I pull out this big bag of coins and I kind of shake it a little bit.
Armin will be pleased. Alright. Going into this place, there is definitely a different atmosphere here, as looks like kind of like an underground tavern sort of place. And there's a bar in the corner playing some music. And you see in one of the corner booths what looks to be a human, actually, that is, he's kind of older. He's not like super old, but he looks like he could be in his 50s. He's in really good shape though, and he's got kind of this really refined, groomed beard. It's almost comes to like a point. And it's got some gray, got some silver hair, but he is clearly, people are drawn to him, and his charisma is gathering a crowd. And you see him kind of like look up, immediately seeing L, and L the Illusionist.
Hey, Armin!
You see, like, you kind of like tap two people next to him, and they both like put their hands on some kind of weapons.
Okay, look. Hey, I know I didn't pay you back last time, but I brought the 5 platinum, and I got another one just for you. Okay, got a little bit of interest there.
Let me see it first.
Okay. I got it. And I pull out 6 platinum, and I just like, huh?
Give me the 5 you owe me.
6? One for goodwill, you know? Here you go.
No, I need 7. 7 or you're dead.
Look, I happen to have another one. Wow. How'd you know? I flick it at him.
And he kind of collects it all. Alright, you live today. What do you want?
Well, you see, I actually, happen to have overheard one of your conversations one time and heard something about a individual who takes side jobs in the academy.
So, what about it? If that were true, why would I tell you anything about it?
I would like to buy this person's name that I could maybe use his services.
Another couple platinum could refresh my memory.
I can do more.
The professor you're looking for is a Chi professor named Professor Lantheon.
Okay.
There's not very many of the Chi living in Lantheon, so he'll stand out.
Okay. So Professor Lantheon, right?
Lantheon.
Okay. Great. Thank you for your time and information. Pleasure doing business with you. I'll be taking my leave. And I just immediately about face, walking out of there with some haste.
Alright. Yeah, you see kind of everyone's definitely eyeing all 3 of you up. And a lot of them actually looked very nervous seeing a giant enter in. And by the way, you definitely had to duck in to get in this door. It's not a very big door. Some doors are made to accommodate giants, but not everywhere in Lantheon.
Yeah.
This is definitely one of those where they're surprised to see a giant here. And everyone looked on edge as you just look like you're a bodyguard. You just knew you do. Just by your huge size, people are thinking that you're here to make some people have broken limbs, Yeah. It's like, so they expect that of you. But getting out relatively quickly, they don't seem to care too much.
Okay. Now that's dealt with.
Well,
Let's go find this guy.
Yeah, Professor Lantheon.
Alright, it's pretty easy to navigate to the Genesis Academy. They're very have a very, very obvious building. Like I said, they're in the center, the upper center of the entire town, and they have spires that are basically observatories that they also contain certain facilities and certain labs in them as well. All the spires are owned by the Genesis Academy, and then this very, very center was actually the church building, and then around it are all sorts of other buildings that are part of the Genesis Academy.
Well,
You would know that the main building where most of the professors are is the building to the left of the church.
where do we start?
Building to the left. I'll take you there.
Oh,
That's
okay,
where most
good.
of the professors are held up.
Great.
All right, getting in again. These buildings are very, very well designed. They actually have spirals of gold all around them, and the base layer is this emerald type. It looks almost like it's actually stone, not even emerald, but its coating is like this emerald sheen to it, very deep emerald sheen, and these ornate spirals of gold all around it. They're like these domed buildings. And walking in, there is a lot of open space in this building, and there are some isolated rooms and offices, but in the main entrance there's just this huge open space with a lot of, looks like, kind of tables and study rooms here. And this, you would know this is a building that is for studying, for like lounging and stuff, and it's basically like the teacher's lounge on steroids. You know, it's like this is like the ultimate teacher lounge. So like this is where the professors, when they're not actively teaching something, they're here resting, relaxing, even researching with each other, because as they're at the school as professors, they're also some of the primary researchers as well. So there is someone at the front desk that kind of notices you. It's a human female, and she's like, "Hello, can I help you with anything?"
Yes, we have some confidential patents to file with Professor Lantheon.
Do you mean Lanthar?
Yes.
Yes, I'll see what his schedule is. One moment.
It's extremely urgent, actually.
Well, he is available. He'll be. He does have his own office. So if you go down 3 doors, you should see his name embroidered on the door, and open it up. He should be available.
Okay, thank you very much.
Of course. Have a great rest of your day.
Oh yes, you too. Let's get out of here.
Inside this building, next to all the doors, are 2 guardsmen. So like one on each side, and they very, very stoic. Don't move a muscle as you guys pass by. And they carry these staffs, but they look very different than some of the staffs you've seen the soldiers carry before. They also have like a different kind of material that is coated in the same kind of emerald sheen that the building is, and a similar gold embroidered pattern on it. But you've never seen a spear quite like this. They're very, very ornate, almost like they're decorative. Their armor is pretty similar though to the regulars, but getting there, you see the door pretty easily, has his name on it. You just knock or open, and what are you guys doing? Come in.
All right.
Okay. Open the door.
Opening the door, you see, like, the room seems bigger almost on the inside than it did on the outside. And it's like a very large office for this professor. And he has a huge desk, and then even like some smaller desks off to the side full of just like random assorted paperwork. Lots of different symbols on all sorts of different things. You see like some wood carved with different symbols also like on different areas of his desk. And even the desks themselves are carved with symbols. And the professor, like they said, he's a chi, so he is this bald, blue-skinned humanoid with pointier ears, and they are known for their intelligence, and they also have these long, kind of slender fingers. What an interesting group you are.
Yes. So we have some business to discuss.
I'm all
Actually,
ears.
show the stuff.
Is it soundproof in here? Are we safe to have
Why
conversation?
don't you close the door?
All right. I close it behind me.
And you see him like trace out something, and like the rooms, you see like there's symbols all throughout the room as they glow, and like almost like a field forms around the room. Nothing will be heard outside this room.
We did procure a particular object called the living metal, I believe.
Living metal, as in the Cleonian material.
Correct.
That would be correct.
And a sizable chunk at that.
May I see it?
I suppose. Is that dig into my pocket and show him?
And he sees it kind of melt around your hand a little bit. Very fascinating. You don't understand the value of this material, the uses it can produce.
Yes. So.
How much?
Well, I was thinking that we would sell it to you for half price, but then you would make us a couple things. I happen to need the effects of, well, let me just, and I like go up to his ear and I kind of like whisper in his ear.
I don't know if I like this. He's taking half our profit and not even letting
Trust
us know
me,
what
guys,
it's
you
for.
guys will still be getting way more than what you guys have gotten before.
Yes.
I will be able to do that. I will be able to get the connection to that. I don't have the power to afford a material like this on my own, but I have connections. I can get it done relatively quickly.
Great.
There is one thing I'll need in return.
And that
As
is?
I have been suspected of doing things like this in the past, they have blocked my access of certain valuable research materials that I need to continue some of my other studies. If you give me these materials, I will pay you full price and still make you the items you want.
Now,
How do we get this?
how much you willing to pay us first?
I'd be willing to give you 1,200 platinum.
I don't know if that price is what we're wanting. 1,400.
Make a persuasion check.
8.
Hey man, that's actually a pretty good deal.
1,300.
Now,
Take it or leave it.
what could we make out of this?
We don't really know the limits. That's why I want to find out.
So you could make anything.
Potentially. But it's also not that much to make anything.
Fair enough. But it's enough to make whatever he needs.
And more. Much more. What he would need costs very little of the material.
Well, what items do you need us to procure?
It is an archive of certain research into the soul realm that I have not been allowed access to anymore. It could even potentially help me in further discovery of the uses of this material. But any professor suspected of doing research outside of their prospective field or what the government assigns to them is immediately classified as there's a difference in their classification, and they're not allowed access to the highest tier of research. It's only one archive copy. You should be able to get the one material, bring it to me. But if I get caught, I will immediately lose my position. It's not a risk I am willing to take. But if I can get it into this office, I have my ways to make sure no one can find it.
So where is this archive stored, and how do we get it?
There's a building on the other side of the church, which is the archive. You'll have to get in there and not get caught. They will suspect anyone who is not of our stature to be a thief or a potential thief.
No,
well-
you can't get in, but is there another professor who might be able to?
Yes. You appear to be a soul walker, if I can make that perception correctly.
Yes, that's true. That's true. A very good one at that, yes.
You'd be able to create an illusion to potentially hide you or the rest of them, or maybe even change your appearance by illusion. I don't know the extent of your skills.
Questionably.
But yes, if you wanted to try to impersonate a professor, almost everyone else in this building would be qualified. I am one of the few that actually hold an office that are not qualified. It's only because I'm under investigation, which should pass.
Well,
with enough strings.
I should probably stay here. A little too big to easily fool people.
All we
Or
need to do is distract the person out front and sneak you in.
Sneak me in.
I should be able to get in fairly easy. I'll just have to talk to one of the other professors first. I have my ways.
Okay.
But I would like to talk to Boulder for a second in private.
Fine. Exclude me. I won't feel hurt.
You just
Bad
excluded us a moment ago.
Okay, it's part of our mission, alright? My mission for
I
you
take
guys.
Boulder outside the door.
Alright. You see, as soon as you kind of put your hand in the handle of the door, the barrier disappears.
And I sort of walk him out to the lobby just so we're not next to the door, so we don't. Just so I know that someone isn't trying to listen
yeah.
through the door.
Yeah.
Now, we didn't accept this deal. We will procure this object for them, but unless L tells us what he needs, I say we don't take this deal.
I agree. It's a little suspicious, and I don't like it.
We are helping him, and the truth needs to be spilled.
Mhm.
We need to know what he's up to.
I agree. Now, I was thinking that maybe I should stay back here while you two sneak in. You can cast some sort of illusion on yourself, and you said you have a way to deal with this. But I
But just in
could
case
cause
we get,
problems.
Well, in case we get caught, it would be nice having it on the outside too.
Yeah.
I will give you this from now.
Alright, I'll take it.
Just don't let anybody know we swapped.
Okay. I keep it on me.
Alright. I'll be back in a second. I have to talk to a professor.
While they were gone, I let the professor examine what he needed to examine in order to understand what he needs to
Request.
understand.
Yes. He feels confident he can do what you want.
Great. I'm glad we came to an understanding.
Although, if you want it done quickly, I should have the material in advance. At least enough to make it. I need small pieces. At least a few ounces.
Oh, that's definitely fine. You can chip it off of this, right?
Wouldn't that cause the same problem you were saying happened before?
Yeah. That's a good point.
I would say request from your comrades that they would give a piece as a down payment. I don't think it's unreasonable to request.
What do you guys say?
We're not in there.
Yeah, they're not
Oh.
in there yet at this point, so you have to go outside to ask them.
Okay. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, walk outside.
Alright, at this point, I would say you have gone somewhere else, like another room or something. You're talking to one of the professors. His name is actually Professor Valdar, Valdar, and he is a lesser Kandoti. That's his race. So the stereotypical, very human-like features, but scale is covering most of their body. Yeah, and he is a professor of actually studying soul energy and its uses and potential. He is a soul walker by nature as well, and he has a lot of those abilities. And he typically is not actually wearing his mask. He doesn't typically wear it, but you saw it hanging in his office.
Interesting. What does it look like?
His mask looks like a dragon face.
It's kind of cool.
Just kind of like more solidified.
And can I ask him what he is specifically researching right now?
Currently, I am looking into the possibility of using soul energy to mentally disorient our enemies in combat. Produce some kind of mind bomb that could render them almost inert in combat so we can walk in, get what we want, and walk out.
Interesting.
And you said this paper was for which class?
I'm just interested. I don't know much about the soul realm, but I am a detective, and I would like to find more about different things, just so when I come up against...
Well, you seem to have a lot of intelligence. If you would ever be interested in taking my class, it is 3 days a week. First half of the day, it's a long class, but not as many days. But we go in depth with everything. I would be interested in giving you, and potentially even providing you free of charge this education, as you seem very promising. You let me know.
I will keep that in mind. I am currently on an assignment that has to deal with such matters, so I'm just trying to find out as much information as I can.
Understood.
Is there anything particular I should be worried about when it comes to the soul realm, or any dangers that people who manipulate it are?
As one who does it myself, I would say not inherently. It's something that is part of the world, and it's okay. It's natural to be able to tap into that energy source. We only scratch the surface, though. There's other nations that have gone way further into it. As such, Cleonia is the pioneer in this field, and we have discovered much of their research actually, and integrated it into our own. As our government is currently not a fan of Cleonians, we can't really go there and research ourselves. So some of it we have to come up with from scratch. But the research is promising, and we see there are limited dangers, more like potential for gain than there is for risk. Not to say there is none.
And I did read something about a living metal, and what exactly would that might do for a soul walker? What might that help you with? Is there any items that you could make that would help you in any way?
As far as I know, it actually might almost hinder abilities of a soul walker.
Interesting.
As they're, I don't know how the energies would have to be very compatible, and it's unlikely that you'll find the material and the person to be compatible enough where it almost might block certain abilities of theirs. They like to be hip in this teacher's lounge. So,
All right. Well, you've been much help, Mr. Valdar. I will come back to you.
Detective
if I have
Spade
any
it was?
Yes, sir.
I'll have you written down too if you ever want that offer.
Next time I'm in town, I will seek you out.
Understood. Good luck. I hope
You
you
as
find the
well.
answers you're looking for. All right. So, to move things along a little bit quicker, we're going to have you guys move towards that the other building. So,
what
you
about
want to talk to us?
yes. Oh, sorry. Yes. Go ahead. Have the
Hey,
conversation.
so can we give that guy a down payment on the living metal?
Sorry, at this point, is he back or is he just talking to
I'd
me?
say he's getting back at this point, so he can probably overhear this.
Okay.
Can we give him a down payment of that living metal? Because that's what he's offering, you know, for this whole agreement to work out.
He isn't offering us any down
He
payment.
never mentioned that with any of the money.
I also do believe that this living metal is more precious to him than it is to us. We could clearly sell this anywhere.
That's correct.
Actually, most people don't understand the value as this person does.
We
So-
can just go back to the same outpost trader. Why does he need a down
The
payment?
the outpost trader was offering significantly less.
About half. We could bring it up. Probably. Maybe.
Yeah, he is definitely offering you double the amount, and with still doing something for him.
He needs it so that way he can create the things I need.
And what
those
might
are
those
what?
be?
Okay, guys, they're just helping us for the next part of our mission. And it's gonna be a little bit of a something for both of you guys. And that's it.
I would
Then why
like to
can't
know
you be
what
honest?
these something
That is
somethings
honest.
are.
I'm telling you the truth.
More details, please.
Okay, so the place that we're going has some issues. This shields you from the issues. I don't even know how to describe it exactly. You just kind of have to see it.
Where are we going?
It's north. I don't know what the area is called.
What do you want?
It'll
to
be
do?
fine. Look, if you guys go there without this item, you literally would not be useful. So I need you to have this item, or you would not be useful.
I suppose this item is useless to us either way. Give him a piece.
All right. How much do you need of this?
He just
thing?
needs a small chunk, and just as insurance.
Okay, I take off a small chunk.
Can we just take off a small chunk, or do we need to get it? Like,
You try ripping part of it off, and it kind of reattaches itself.
Like even if I completely disconnect it.
You can't.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like constantly reattaching itself to itself as you're like trying to pull it apart.
just bring back this guy. He probably has some tool for it.
Okay.
You're back. I see.
Yes, we're giving you the down payment.
Yes, I should only need a few ounces. You see him take out this like particular knife that like has some writing on it as well, and as you see it light up in this purple glow, and and there's like steam and smoke that slices off a piece of it.
Perfect. Okay, we'll be back with the archive, and then we'll be on our way.
And I will give you a down payment as well, as he pulls out like. Basically, like he has like drawers just full of platinum, as he pulls out like a large bag of it, and gives it. This should be 300 right away. The other 1,000, will be when you come back.
All right. Take the chunk of living metal and the currency.
All right, guys, let's do this thing. Let's make this fast.
All right, getting to that other building, you do see there's 2 guards kind of in the front of it, and other than that, you don't see any particular people out there.
All right,
I just go into the main town square and I'm gonna stay there for the rest of this time while they're doing stuff.
Like all the way to the back to the main town square.
Is that far?
Right now, you're in more like the church and campus center, so it's not really the main town square at all.
Well, I go somewhere that has food, whether that's town square or not.
There, you see, there's like a building that some people are eating at.
Yeah,
It's
I
pretty-
just go
it's pretty
there
close.
and
Yes.
I'll be there until they come back out.
Okay.
Okay, well, I can kind of disguise myself, but I don't think I can disguise anybody else.
I promise you I can handle this. You just won't be able to see me.
Oh, Okay. Okay. We won't be. Well, actually, you probably would be able to see me. Just nobody else can.
Where do you want to meet?
Let's go. Let's follow the left wall and meet somewhere along there off to the side.
Outside.
No. Inside the building.
You won't be able to see me inside the building. I'm saying I can get in and out unnoticed.
What? You can?
You just have to trust me.
Alright, fine. I'll just go back to the teacher's lounge.
Were we ever informed on what book we're picking up?
I didn't say it. That's totally my bad. But
Because I was like, I don't even remember.
he said the title of the book. Well, we're gonna say he said this. He didn't. But he said the title of the archive. It should be in the professors only section, and it's in the soul research section, and the name of it is marked "The Future of Soul Energy."
I'll get the item. I will get the book. I just need reassurance that if anything goes wrong, that you're back here to help me.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you have or that can do where if I need help I can alert you when I'm inside?
No. But okay. I could still follow you in there.
You won't know. You won't be able to see me. I will be completely invisible to you.
Okay. Well, I could still try and sneak in regardless.
If you
And,
wait on the inside, and that way you can hear me if I need
Yeah,
help,
I can do that.
I think that should work.
Okay. Alright, cool. Then I'm just gonna loiter around here, and whenever somebody opens the door, I'm just gonna phase shift in there.
I will meet you on the other side.
Sounds good.
All right. So Detective Spade, walk us through what you're doing now.
So I leave and I sort of turn towards an alleyway and make sure that there is no one around.
Make a quick perception check.
17.
Okay. You're pretty confident no one's watching.
And then I change into Professor Volder as my skin sort of shifts into this Lefser Condoti. And I take off a couple pieces of clothing, so I'm kind of only wearing a nice shirt. I don't have any hat on, so I try to make my appearance look as professional, but not an exact replica of mine as I can.
Looks different enough. Yeah, easy enough to do.
All right, and then I head towards the doors.
All right. As you're approaching, you see the guards kind of look. Professor? Yeah, Professor. I assume you need entry?
Yes, please.
All right. So they just immediately open the door without question.
Thank you very much.
And as the door opens, I phase shift immediately and just sprint on in, and then phase shift right out, like in the corner somewhere.
All right. As you walk in, Professor Valdar, you see there's someone sitting at, looks like he's putting away archives. He's near the front. He's well dressed for the most part, but feathers cover his entire body, and he has two large wings on the back of him. You would know this race as the Talonials. And they vary from many different kinds of bird-like appearances. And you can't exactly tell what his face is as it's turned away from you. But hearing you come in, you see his head turn all the way around as he has this very owl-like appearance to him, turning it completely 180 degrees at you. Welcome, Professor.
Hello, Yes, I was just stopping in for a book on soul energy.
Understandable. That is your field of expertise. I assume you know the way?
I believe so. Do you remember exactly where the book is? I'm kind of in a time crunch.
Which book are you referring to?
It should be the Book of Soul Energy.
The one about the future of soul energy?
Yes, please.
And you said you're in a hurry.
Correct.
Yes, it's if you go beyond that door, and you see he's now kind of turned his whole body around. He's not just looking behind you, he's pointing. He points to beyond some of these like very, very tall and elaborate shelving units. They actually have like staircases next to them helping you get up and down them. You see there is like a door that is locked at the end and it's marked S. You'll need the key to access it. And it should be on the first column of archives near the bottom.
Very much appreciated. As I head down to the door.
Alright. 1 second. Alright. You walk in. You walk down. The key does unlock the door as it should. No seeming issues there. And looking around the room, why don't you make a perception check? Looking towards the direction he told you to look.
18.
Alright. Easy enough. Pretty much right away you see the book that was marked this way. You can procure it very easily. I mean, and as soon as though you step out of the room, you see the Talenial worker is standing right outside the door.
Hello?
You're not the professor.
What do you
I've been
mean?
expecting you.
I'm confused here. You're scaring me a little bit.
I know you don't belong here. I have foreseen it. I see him grab something on his belt and an energy sword. Release the archive. Or I
Yeah,
will release your head.
that's not gonna happen. As I quickly shift back into my normal self.
I knew it. The bearded man. That is what he
The
says.
bearded man of my dreams.
I tried to quickly escape the situation and run down the hall.
Alright, why don't you just make a straight d20 roll here.
I got a 3.
You kind of move around and then he grabs your shoulder and you feel like his hands have like talons, like bird talons on them as they grab into your shoulder and you actually feel like some of them poking through the fabric and into the skin. Where are you going?
I'm just
You
gonna
cannot escape.
pass through.
I have seen it all. I know how this ends.
Can I try to? I want to try and punch him and then escape through him again.
Alright, make a attack roll.
7.
You see as you punch, it almost is like he knew exactly where you were punching as he just moves right out of the way.
Who are you?
I am the one who sees all, and I am the guardian of this library. You will return the archive, or I will return your soul to wherever it comes from.
Can I try and I want to try and make a ruckus. Like, can I push a bookcase over almost to try and create a sound that calls?
Why don't you just make a perception check wherever you are?
That's a 14.
Okay, and then yes, I would say there is like a bookshelf close to you that's a smaller one that you might be able to knock over.
9. 4. Sorry.
It's
Hold on.
you like hit it with your foot or something, and it does make a sound. It does not knock over, but it's enough. You see something, and then now you do see the form of Detective Spade as and then the owl person grabbing onto him currently.
I just run along like the side of like one of the bookcases, hopefully, so the Birdman don't see me, and I'm just trying to get as close as I can to this guy as possible.
Give up the archive. This is your last warning.
Does he see me?
No.
Okay. As I get as close as I can, I then phase shift and draw my spiritual weapon katana at the same time, and I'm like running through towards him, and I want to phase shift right out and immediately slash his back.
And as you phase shift,
I'm not with this girl.
you do get this sense that you're being watched, as like for like a moment you see his head snap back at you and then snap back at him. And then you still go through your attack.
Yes.
Okay. Unphasing, you see his two wings fold together quickly, and there's actually armor on his wings. As when he collapses them, you do hit against most of the armor. You do pierce some of it and actually hit his wings, and you see them kind of twitch and react to that. But most of it was absorbed by the armor. So this is where the Masked Man comes in. As you see him take a step back.
What in the world did you get yourself into? Come on, man! I like kind of like reach to the side and I like throw out like these purple colored
Alright, make an attack roll.
cards. 1.
Again, it's almost as if like he knew you were about to make that move, as he immediately takes his talons and slices at your hand, like causing you to not even able to form the cards quickly enough.
Oh my goodness, what in the world is this thing?
He's kind of looking back and forth. And you see him take a step back as he is unsure. He seems unsure that he can actually take the both of you on.
We should just get out of here. Hey, back up. Yeah, you stay there. You stay there. We're just gonna be taking this and walking out of here. No one has to get
What is
hurt.
so special about this book?
The book is immaterial. It belongs here, and you do not.
Well, we'll leave then.
But you'll keep the archive here, and I might let you leave with your lives.
Run. I like kind of like grab his arm a little bit and like just start running.
All right, why don't you make a roll?
17.
Okay. He immediately reacts by flying like above you and actually grabbing your shoulders with his talons and sinking them into you and lifting you up as he flies up.
What is going on? Oh, this hurts really bad.
You don't fly, right?
Actually, I do.
Fly. Hey, he lets you go. He took you basically up to like the top of the room, which the floors are probably like 50 feet high. So they're 50 feet high. So yeah, he drops you straight down.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I'm trying.
Is there anything you're gonna try to do
my-
here?
I'm gonna try and leave the building with the book. And
I try and use my anti-force barrier to see if it can like cushion my fall a little bit.
All right, easy enough to do.
And I just kind of curl up in a ball.
All right. He looks around. You are actually able to successfully get out of there. No. That's not what I foresaw. Right. As he then flies towards the door, and he immediately peers out, and he looks at the guards. Who did you just let walk out? Well, the professor walked back out. Where is he? I think he went that way. So I assume you're heading to where Boulder is.
Yeah.
Alright, are you actively trying to bring him back to the fight? Or are you just kind of heading to him?
I'm sort of briskly walking towards him in
Alright,
pace.
so at this point have you reverted back to your regular form where Boulder can recognize you?
Yeah.
Okay. So Boulder, you see like Texas Bay like going quickly towards you, like
I start walking in his direction, try to meet him in the middle.
all right, easy enough to do, and you see like the owl person. He's actually looking out at the door right now, and he does see you.
It seems like you've made some enemies.
Yeah, El's actually inside that building, and we need to get him out.
Yeah, what happened to me, by the way?
It's a good question.
Not exactly sure.
You definitely like fell on like your
But, they
your
want this
arm,
book.
and you pretty sure it dislocated.
I got it.
So, how are we gonna get him out?
It's a great question.
Because don't we not want to make enemies with the government? Or the Genesis Academy, if they're a part of it or not, I don't even know.
And you see the owl person. He actually goes back inside.
Or do we just like leave
Do
no
I see him
witnesses?
starting to come back
Yes.
inside? I immediately phase shift, and I just run as far as I can, trying to like get away from him. And then I like
You
phase.
see his head turning towards you as you're facing.
I phase out like behind some bookshelves.
And then you hear him kind of just start talking aloud.
So should we take
saying,
out the guards in the front too?
Is it true
that's
that you
probably
are
not a
going
good
to the
thing.
abandoned
Because I can't
village?
get in the building unless we do.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, unless we're returning this book.
The people there, they're in pain. I will let you go if you rid them of their pain.
Are you saying genocide?
No. Don't kill them. Help them.
Oh, sorry. Just the way you said it, it just sounded really bad.
Really a downer, dude.
What? Dude, I was scared. I wasn't gonna do that.
You must find the source of what is causing their pain and fix it. If you do this, I will let you go.
Oh my goodness. I already have enough on my plate. I don't know what's causing that thing. Okay, fine. I'll
And
do
then
my
all of a
best.
sudden he appears kind of like he moved very quickly,
Maybe
like
hand me
phased,
the
but he
book,
appeared very
because
quickly
no one
to
here
you
knows
and looks
my
you right in
face.
the eyes. I will find you if you break your promise.
Look, I don't know what I can do, but I'll try. Alright? Isn't that good enough?
Your best effort will be enough. It has been foreseen.
Creepy. Okay. Whatever, dude. Whatever.
And you see him, he grabs his, your arm,
Ah!
puts it back. You're fine.
Oh. It
I've
was
dropped
better.
people from
Oh,
much higher
that's-
places and they've walked away.
You're a weird dude. You said I was dark. Okay. Alright, well, I'll be taking my leave then. Oh. Ah.
Wait,
The Genesis
do the wind,
Academy.
isn't that
will keep their eye.
Isn't that L walking out?
Okay, yeah. And yeah, I walk out of the building.
All right, you see Al. Actually, at this point, you guys are kind of plotting a way to get back inside. You're planning something. You're about to go back in, and then Al just kind of walks out with like nursing his sore shoulder.
Oh. Hey
That's not what I
guys.
expected.
Ow.
How exactly did you escape?
Well, you see, my pure genius and cutting strategy allowed me to slip
Yeah, I don't wanna
unnoticed
listen to this.
through the whole.
You should hand me the book. I'll hand it to the professor since if you guys went in there, it might cause problems for
They
him.
don't know my face.
All right. Well,
but- Long story short. Okay, here's the deal. The place that we're going to that has the item that I'm looking for happens to have a crisis. This crisis is the thing I was talking to you about, how I need to get you guys an item in order to avoid said crisis. The crisis is causing a lot of pain on the surrounding villages, and people are like going insane. Which this thing that I'm getting for you guys should protect you from the
Going insane?
going insane part, at least, hopefully. And, you know, we're apparently now charged to fix said problem, not just get the item and get out. So we got that.
Is the problem even fixable?
That's what I want to know. But he says it's been foreseen. So, who knows?
well, for now, that's where we're gonna end it for this session. Thank you for watching Masters and Martyrs. Comment below which was your favorite part or the most interesting story element for this session or this episode. Join us next week for the next part of this series as we continue to explore the quest and lives of El the Illusionist, Boulder the Giant, and Detective Spade. This story will continue on for a while here, so definitely keep your interest. Keep coming back for more, and we'll keep pushing them out as fast as we can. And we'll see you next time. Woo! Thank you to Sirenscape for the music providing the music of this video. And thank you for watching.